What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here now joined by Justin and Jeanette from Blind Luck. Thank you guys for being with us.
Oh, thank you guys for having us again.
Yes. So Blind Luck, let's get into what exactly is Blind Luck for the people that maybe missed the last episode. Maybe they were going in labor or had something tragic happen and couldn't make the show. But tell us a little bit about Blind Luck.
I think with Blind Luck, it's just something different that we're bringing into. I mean, if I would explain Blind Luck in general, I would say I'm just trying to do like just EDM, you know, something underground, something with a different feeling, you know, when you go to these events. Just like I kind of try to build this environment where in my head where the lights are more dimmer. I don't know. It's kind of something that like.
So it's in your head. You're trying to get it out here into manifestation part of the world and make it happen. But it's something that you've been doing for some time because you also have a production company, right? Or a back end company. Tell everybody about that real quick.
With our production company, I don't know. We've been doing it for a minute.
Tell everyone, what is it?
Well, we do,
because you sent me a cool picture. You were setting up by a beach, like there's the ocean right there, or on a beach or something.
Yeah. I mean, we're doing sound, we're doing lighting, we're doing a bunch of different stuff. Lasers, CO2, special effects, confetti. This past weekend, I did an event on the beach. I think it was in I don't even know.
Was it Saloma or something?
I think it might have been Saloma. Or it was maybe. Yeah, I don't even know where I'm at sometimes. I'm always working.
Yeah, so you're always working.
But no, yeah, it was really nice. We did an LED wall. We did a couple lasers. It was awesome. I mean, then fast forward to Saturday, I did like another underground event. Same thing that we're doing here, but in San Diego. But in San Diego, there's tons of those all the time. You know, there's like 10 of them going on every weekend. You know.
So how did you get into the production side of things and lasers? Were you like a young kid, always into lasers and stuff, and then you're like, oh, cool, I can make money off of this?
I think I didn't get into that side of things maybe far later because I think first I started DJing. You know, I got my lights DJing and stuff like that. But then
you got just like regular lights or something.
Yeah, the auto running lights. Yeah, you know. Later on, I got into what like DMX is and like learning how to control those lights and stuff. But I didn't get into lasers maybe until I was like 23. Mm-hmm. When I got out of high school, I started touring with an artist straight out of high school.
Straight out of high school?
Yeah. So I actually toured throughout the whole country. Her name was Maricela.
Uh-huh.
She's like a, you know, I can't even explain the music, but like...
Get me get it close. Can you do it, Jeanette?
I can probably sing it. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, do it.
She's a Mexican artist. She's really popular.
Okay, Mexican, Spanish. But
yeah, Spanish. It's kind of the music that you put maybe when you're cleaning on a Sunday morning, you know? But how do you call it? Yeah.
How did you get that opportunity before I don't want to jump too far over that. Like,
interestingly, my first show was here at Cachan Casino.
Oh, really?
And I just saw a post.
That was your first show? You came over at the casino. And, okay, so how did that even happen?
I saw a post on Facebook, and they were like, hey, last minute, we need someone that can run video content for her. And is anyone local? And I ended up seeing that. I was like, oh, maybe I can do it. You know, I watched a couple YouTube videos before the show, downloaded the program, and then went straight into it head on, and everything went fine.
Wow. Yeah. I love that because like in my world, I do marketing, production, stuff like that for videos and anything. So when a client would ask me something, hey, can you do this? Yes, I can do it. And then that's exactly what I would do. I'd go to YouTube or YouTube University and then figure it out. Like I'm kind of spilling the beans on myself out there. Like clients, don't worry, I got your back. But I would go do that. I would figure it out because that's an opportunity, right? And then that's something else that I can add to my wheelhouse after that. Now you're saying you saw something on Facebook. You're over there in an Imperial Valley. That's where you guys are from, right?
Yeah.
And you said I could go do that. And then you said yes. And they said, okay, come by.
Yep. And I went there. I did everything like I needed to do. And then right after, after the show, they're like, okay, cool. We're going to these 3 other shows right after this. You want to come with us? And I just called my dad and my mom, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go to Seattle pretty much.
It's like, Mom, I'm off to Seattle now.
Yeah. And then after that, they were like, oh, we like him a lot. He's a good person. And he's doing a good job and everything's cool with him. And then I actually did all the theaters through the country. I even did like Madison Square Garden Theater in New York. Yeah. And that's like,
you're so like nonchalant about it, like casual, you know. Yeah, I did that, you know. But obviously it was a very exciting time in your life, right? You're right out of school, you're traveling, you got in this position because you saw an opportunity, you did your due diligence to learn the program, you downloaded the program, and now it's opening all these doors.
Yeah. I think when I look back at it, time flew by really, really fast. But I'm honestly so grateful for the opportunity, because all those skills that I have now came from all that time. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know, like, yeah, it was a great time. It was a great period.
So tell me a little bit, like, how long was that period?
I would say I did it for about 3.5 years.
3.5 years?
Yeah, like 3 years. Yeah.
And did you go with them at all, Jeanette? Or
no? Supporting him on the sideline.
Yeah, you're cheering from back home, huh?
Yeah.
But so 3.5 years you're touring.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about like some of the things you learned during that time, because you said those skills are helping you now. So what is something like important that you learned? It could be, you know, just something as like I learned to be proficient. I learned to be on time, or I learned technical details.
Yeah, definitely. I think everything from seeing how every state or every city that I went into, it was a different production company. So I was seeing how different production companies operated. It was like I was getting an IRL class of just like everything that I needed to know. And I like developed so much skills, and I was getting educated. You know, I was seeing how LED walls were being built, how lights were getting hung. You know, I was seeing how just even from the power stuff, you know, from, you know, even the theaters I would go in, some of those theaters were like a little bit like, there were old theaters, so you would see how they would distribute the weight amongst ropes, you know, and like it was crazy. It was very fascinating for me, you know.
Crazy. And then did you have to kind of be, I guess, on the fly, because the different, like you said, the theaters or something, you kind of had to learn to be on your toes a little bit, or?
I wouldn't say I wasn't hands-on. Honestly, hands-on? Okay. I was the guy that like, I honestly wish that I would have gone to all those production companies, because it wasn't my job to get hands-on with the equipment. They called me like a white glove. Okay. Whereas I was a tech where I would go, be like, this is what I need. I would send emails out, advance what I needed, and then I would go sit down on that table at front of house and then just wait for everything to get built. You know? But
you were witnessing and you're watching and you're kind of taking mental notes.
It wasn't until later on, maybe a year and a half in, where I was like, you know what, I'm going to learn all this stuff, and then started talking to the companies, started getting hands-on, started asking them, hey, can you show me how you do this, you know? But yeah, they're really good with me, and I learned a lot.
Okay, and then after the 3.5 years, then you went back to the Imperial Valley, Calexico, right?
Yeah, Calexico.
Yeah, you went back to Calexico, and you said, I could do this? Like, what was it?
I met, so with the company that I work with now, I met the owner of this company through Instagram, and I'm in a different part of the industry. Like, I loved what I did, but I wanted to enter the EDM realm. And I found someone on Instagram in San Diego that was doing only EDM events, and I DM'd him, and I was like, hey, how can I get into this? And then literally he gave me an opportunity to start doing lasers straight off the bat, taught me how to do lasers, showed me how to set them up, how to zone them. And I was like, you know what? After he kept giving me gig after gig, and it's something in the EDM world that I loved more, right after he was just like, I just quit my job with the other artists, and I was like, you know what? Thank you for the opportunity. You guys did so much amazing things for me, and then I just dived into the EDM world.
Okay, and then was that something that, because you were a DJ before, so that was always a thread common is EDM music?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and I want to talk a little bit about EDM after the break, because I did end up going to the last production you guys put on, and so I want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, we're going to do that right after this. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Tuned in to Border Radio KOFA. We are your local public radio station that celebrates the power of music to bring people together. You can see our playlists, listen to our live stream, and listen to past programs on demand on the Kofa app. Find it at your favorite app store.
Today's day sponsor is the AWC Advancement Team, wishing Dave Reek a happy retirement. Dave, your leadership helped make KAWC a classroom without walls, extending Arizona Western College's mission throughout Yuma and La Paz counties. Thank you for your service and leadership, and enjoy the beach.
This is folk singer Michael Jonathan. Join us on Woodsong's Front Porch. This week, in the shadow of Gene Ritchie, the great Appalachian songwriter, is Carla Gover. And from the hay farms to record deals, Charlie Overman. Plus an amazing Woodsongs kid. All of this and more on this week's broadcast of the Woodsongs Old Time Radio Hour.
This evening at 7 p.m. on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM. Extreme heat warnings have been issued for multiple locations across our listening area as afternoon highs in Yuma, Parker, and Quartzsite range between 107 and 114 degrees. Winds are out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour with possible gusting. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low near 80 degrees.
One of our donors, Rebecca, shared, "As a flight attendant, I love listening to Border Radio when I'm home in Yuma. But the best part is I can take it with me on the app when I'm away. Border Radio lets me carry a piece of home wherever I go." Join listeners like Rebecca by visiting donate.borderradioaz.org and contribute today.
This is Border Radio, KOFA, your passport to your global destination for music. We are your local public broadcasting station that can be heard through your radio at 94.7 FM, 1320 AM, on the Kofa app, and at borderradioaz.org.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here joined by Justin and Jeanette, and Victor's back with us.
I'm back. Yeah, I had to. We had some breaking news, and we'll of course let people know about it. Nothing major, no like fires or anything, but you know.
But you came back with a hat, though.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, no. We were talking, New York Knicks and NBA draft is tonight, and New York Knicks won, so.
Yeah, so
shout out to that.
Yeah, shout out to that. So anyway, I wanted to wait for you to come back so we could talk. So the last event, me and Victor, we got to go. Tell us a little bit about how that went. And I know, Jeanette, you were the first one to greet me when I walked in. You were at the door. So tell me a little bit about how that went at Tarros Chicali.
Yeah, I was waiting for you guys to come in. So it was honestly, I think, our biggest event up to date. We had a really great turnout. Like, we've loved the way Yuma has accepted us really into their community, and like, I'm pretty sure you guys felt the energy when as soon as you guys got there. Like,
absolutely,
everyone's hyped, and like as you hear Justin's like production history, I'm pretty sure you guys saw right the level that we bring into Yuma and the reason why people should go. If you guys want to talk about what you guys saw.
Yeah, that event was fun. Like, I was telling Johnny, like, and we've talked about it on air and off air. Like, Yuma needs more events like that because, and thank you both for bringing that and your team and the DJs and all the like setup crew and all that, because that was a fun event. People were having fun. No fights. I didn't see anyone like with a, that wasn't smiling or like, vibing,
Yeah, everybody was getting along. It was a great, and I could see how much the lights add to the atmosphere. So I could see why the EDM world and the lasers and that production are kind of married with each other, right, Justin?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that. Like, how do you kind of dial that in to make it part of it? Do the lights move with the music, or how does that work?
I mean, for these type of events, we do what it's called busking, which is just kind of like doing everything live. But it also...
Or you do it live, so somebody's over there kind of...
Yeah, they're just pushing buttons pretty much.
Like, they're kind of grooving a little bit, and
yeah.
like, oh, this will really hit right here. Watch this. And then everybody like...
It's pretty funny because you'll see like... or you had my partner do it that time, but like you even see him vibing where like people will come up and think he's even DJing, like, hey, can I request a song? And I'll be like, I'm just running the lights, But he's vibing, he's dancing, he's grooving. But yeah, we're we try to do our best with it, and it's definitely the same thing we're trying to do, as the DJs playing music. We try to just like copy that on with the lights, the lasers, you know, try to hit the CO2 right at the right time, you know.
Yeah, because you can kind of tell at the right time, right? Because like the EDM has that like certain build up to it, right? And then it's like
the drop,
and it's like, okay, now it's time to hit. Now, so Jeanette, tell me your role in all of this.
That is
besides door greeter,
anything and everything else, right?
I think all of us wear a lot of hats, definitely. We do have like a good team of friends, and honestly, wherever any one of us can fit. So yeah, I was at the door. You guys saw me at the door, but then also, you know, I was greeting everybody like outside of the door, making sure everything was okay. And I check in with Justin. Justin was also doing his rounds. Like, we're all doing so much at the same time. Like, it's kind of crazy, but it's fun. Like, I think you guys can see we were all smiling the whole time. It wasn't super stressful. Like sometimes it can be, but overall, yeah, it is super fun. Like, we all wear a bunch of hats.
So what's your favorite part about it?
I think getting to meet all the people and getting to hear their stories. Like, people come up to us and I don't know, they just feel the good energy and they start opening up. They're like, oh my gosh, like my first rave experience was this. Like, because we do get of all ages, of all ages. So there are people that are like, oh my God, I haven't been raving in so long. And they told me like, oh, back in the 90s, like I've done this, you know, and it's so cool to bring them back the nostalgic feeling. Or also people have told us, this is my first time raving. And it's cool that we're giving them their first experience, you know, like just getting to talk to everybody has been amazing.
The outfits were good too. Like we talked, I don't know if we talked so much last time about the outfits, but people had their rave outfits and there were some, you know, young women that had their outfits. There was Art the Clown from Terrifier.
Is that one of your friends? You guys know who that is? Or
that's a secret.
That's a secret? Oh, okay.
Just say Art or the Clown.
No, that's interesting. Now it's a secret. Now I need to find out. Victor got to do some investigating now. But people, they dress up and they go out to have a good time, right? That's the whole thing. Now, what did you hear after that event from the community?
I think everybody's excited. I think everyone's trying to see what we have planned next. And behind the scenes, I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do. There's so many paths that I can take, but I think the Yuma has been just so awesome. And they've just been telling us like, thank you so much. Like, as Jeanette has said, like everyone at the door is like, thank you so much for bringing this. We've had to travel to San Diego or farther out to Phoenix to even get like a little like dash of this, you know. I don't know, they're just so happy. So I think honestly I think we're gonna keep going and we're gonna see what's next, honestly. And I'm so busy behind the scenes as well. So like,
yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Like, you know, so how I started, same thing. I told you a little bit about it. I've put on a bunch of events. The one thing I know about it is once you start to get like a critical mass or you get enough people, right, then you can start bringing down bigger artists, right? And then it becomes like, because that's what we did, and then it became very advantageous for these bigger artists to come down, because then now they're exposed to a whole different crowd and people that kind of, you know, in Yuma, you don't get a lot, and so they're hungry for it. And so if that named artist kind of comes down, they're like put on a huge pedestal, right? It's like, whoa, you actually came to Yuma. Any thoughts of that, to trying to get somebody and kind of get that, make that attractive for somebody?
100%. And I think the cool thing from Moments Productions as well is that I've met so many of my clients are pretty good DJ artists and they're on tour, and I built personal relationships with them. So I have like a handful of a catalog of artists that I can pick from, that they even message me and they're like, hey, Yuma, Arizona looks poppin'. What's going on over there? What is that area, you know? And I'm just trying to see what the right route and the right path I need to take for this. But I'm definitely going to say the next shows are going to be with artists that I'm going to pull off of tour. And this is going to be the next tour destination for a lot of these guys who, you know, are traveling from Phoenix, you know, to San Diego to Phoenix, you know.
That's exactly what I did. And it came to the point where like one of my biggest shows is one of Eminem's artists, this guy Joel Ortiz. And it was right when Eminem signed him, and I couldn't use that because he was still on his old label, and the negotiations where the ink was dry, but I just couldn't, you know, it was up to them to make that press release, you know. But it was like, well, we need to go there because everybody's going there. So you build off of that momentum, and then it definitely could happen.
Yeah.
And so I just got to ask, so EDM music is, so Is it broad, the music? Because when I went there, it was heavy.
Yeah.
There was a heaviness to it. It's almost a little bit like, the best I could understand is like Skrillex, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Dubstep or something.
Yeah, I feel like for this past one, I think we just went super hard. But also the Yuma crowd, they really, really love that. They love that. Like, that's I mean, we've been test trialing the genres and like interestingly, like there's just a big dubstep rhythm community here. That's the genre of like the music we were playing majority of that night.
Okay.
We were trying to dive into multiple genres of EDM, but yeah, it was definitely. It's funny hearing how like you reciprocate it, like.
Yeah, so I'm not like I guess like when I was a DJ, I'd play Skrillex, so I like that,
yeah.
so I get it. But yeah, this whole thing was like it seemed like that was the theme of the night, or that was like the DJs that were chosen or something. Yeah. And now, I like, do you like to branch out? Is there other forms of EDM that you like?
100%. I think like there's just. I think we're gonna start treating everything differently. I think with the lineups, I'm trying to cater for different genres, But we're going to get better at that for sure.
Yeah, because Martine, that works for me, he was like, oh, that's a little heavy for me. But he likes to go to all the festivals.
Yeah.
But he was like, showing me, I kind of like this version of EDM a little bit better.
Yeah.
EDM just stands for electronic, right?
Yeah. There's so many subgenres on subgenres and subgenres.
And this Friday is going to be an example of another
That's what it was good. That's what we're getting to next. What can people expect this Friday?
Just a good mix. I feel like it'll be very different shift from last event, but I feel like we're opening up the doors. I feel like there is a big Latino community around here, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And people love their reggaeton and they love to party, so why not mix both, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's going to be a good, wholesome blend that we're going to have this weekend.
So and right after I went to your show, I ended up hanging out with the EDM artist that was signed to the same label as like Calvin Harris and stuff, but his was more poppy. It was like on a pop side, but he was on the label out of Sweden. I forget which one it was. But it was like, this is totally different. So it just showed like how vast it could be.
Yeah.
So tell everybody when and where.
Oh.
Whoever.
Our event is actually called Sin Limitas this time because it is on the reggaeton side. It'll be this Friday, the 26th, and it's going to be from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. at Tarros Chicali.
And then if people wanted to find out any more information, Instagram
at Blind Luck, Instagram at Sin Limitas. Yeah.
Very cool. And so one thing I got to mention, I really like that you had like a back area where there's another DJ back there kind of playing, and there was a couch right there. I could go chill out a little bit.
Chill,
Yeah, we're going to have that event.
You're going to have that again?
Yeah, one more time, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
To check it out, Johnny.
Yeah, so I'm getting a tattoo on Friday, so I'll go get a tattoo, and then I'll go do that.
Another tattoo?
Another one. Yeah, I'm doing it. But thank you guys for being with us. I really, really appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
Jilly from Philly. Nick Papa Giorgio from Yuma.